If you want to give to others, you can easily find a way. Today's story is on this theme. Before we go ahead, click on the link below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, stay connected. So this is a story which is narrated by a person. He says that I had to go somewhere and I was waiting for the bus. The bus came. I noticed that there is quite a bit of crowd in the bus, but still I got into the bus. I was a little upset because I would not be able to get a seat there. When the bus reached the next stop, there was a person who vacated a seat, and the person standing close to that vacant seat could have easily sat down on that seat, but he offered it to me. I was a little surprised. And this is how it continued for the next 4 stops. They used to get a vacant seat and this man could have easily sat, and this man wouldn't sit, but he would offer the seat to someone else. And finally, the bus reached its terminus point where both of us got down, and this man started interacting with the person who was giving seats to everyone. He said, "Why is it that you never sat down? There were 5 occasions on which you could have sat down, but every time you chose to give your seat to someone else. Why did you do that? What made you do that?" So this man very simply says, my education level is not very high and I am doing a job which is just kind of supporting my family. There is not much I can give to others. But this is the way that I can give to others. I work throughout the day and it's okay for me to continue to stand for a bit of time. And when I offer a seat to someone, it makes me feel that I can also give. This makes me feel that I can also contribute. And the man who was narrating this story, he was kind of speechless. This is how people find ways to give. And if you have that intention to give, you can definitely find a way. And then this man who was giving seats further said, he said that, "See, I gave you seat. What did you do after that? You said thank you to me. You had a smile on your face and it also gave me a smile back. And that is a great satisfaction for me. By the time I reach home, I have that feeling that I also have been able to do something for others. And that makes me feel very satisfied, very contented." Now, this is how the story ends. Now, the question is for you to consider, how do you find your own ways to give others? Do you keep waiting that only when you have something, only then will you give to others? Or whatever be the situation, you find ways to give. Like I always say this, I also practice this. One of the things that you can very easily give to anyone, even strangers, is a smile. And when you give a smile to others, what is the likelihood as to what would you get back? I'm sure a smile begets a smile, right? So these are some of the things that you must consider. Ultimately, what is it that we are talking about? We are talking about making our families, making our neighborhood, making our organizations, making our society a little more happy. And this happiness comes through collective efforts of giving, collective efforts of contributing. I'm emphasizing this word contribution because this is something very powerful. The more anyone is able to contribute to the life of others, the more that person experiences a sense of joy and fulfillment inside. So don't wait for situations, I will give when. Don't wait for that kind of situation, but start giving on your own. And I always say this, once again I'm emphasizing, you have a smile to give. You always have something like this to give. And a friendly eye contact, a smile, a shake hand, a pat on back, a word of appreciation. These are all elements of giving. And the more you start giving these, I'm sure you will contribute to making this world a much better place to live in.